Badrinath Temple, also called Badrinarayan Temple, is a Hindu temple dedicated to Vishnu which is situated in the town of Badrinath in Uttarakhand, India. The temple and town form one of the four Chardham and Chota pilgrimage sites. The temple is also one of the 108 Divya Desams dedicated to Vishnu, who is worshipped as Badrinath, the holy shrines for Vaishnavites. It is open for 6 months every year, between the end of April and the beginning of November, because of extreme weather conditions in the Himalayan region. The temple is located in Garhwal hill tracts in Chamoli district along the banks of Alaknanda River at an elevation of 3,133 am above the mean sea level. It is one of the most visited pilgrimage centers of India, having recorded 1,060,000 visits. The image of the presiding deity worshipped in the temple is a 1 am tall, black stone statue of Vishnu in the form of Badrinarayan. The statue is considered by many Hindus to be one of 8 swayam vyakta kshetras, or self-manifested statues of Vishnu. Murti Carmela, which commemorates the descent of river Ganges on Mother Earth, is the most prominent festival celebrated in the Badrinath Temple. Although Badrinath is located in North India, the head priest, or ruler, is traditionally a Namdhari Brahmin chosen from the South Indian state of Kerala. The temple was included in the Uttar Pradesh State Government Act No. 30/1948 as Act No. 16, 1939, which later came to be known as Shri Badrinath and Shri Kedarnath Mandir Act. The committee nominated by the state government administers both the temples and has 17 members on its board. The temple is mentioned in ancient religious texts like Vishnu Purana and Skanda Purana. It is glorified in the Divya Prabandha, an early medieval Tamil canon of the Azhwar saints from the 6th to 9th centuries AD. Location, architecture and shrines. The temple is located in Garhwal hill tracts along the banks of the Alaknanda River in Chamoli district in Uttarakhand, a state in North India. The hill tracts are located 3,133 am above the mean sea level. The Parbat mountain is located opposite to the temple, while the Narayana Parbat is located behind the Alaknanda peak. The temple has 3 structures: the Garbhagriha, the Darshan Mandap, and Sabha Mandap. The conical-shaped roof, the sanctum, the Garbhagriha, is approximately 15 am tall with a small cupola on top, covered with a gold-gilt roof. The facade is built of stone and has arched windows. A broad stairway leads up to the main entrance, a tall, arched gateway. Just inside is a mandap, a large, pillared hall that leads to the sanctum, or main shrine area. The walls and pillars of the hall are covered with intricate carvings. The main shrine houses the 1 am shaligram image of Badrinarayan, which is housed in a gold canopy under a badri tree. The image of Badrinarayan holds a shankha and a chakra in 2 of its arms in a lifted posture and 2 arms are rested on its lap in a yoga mudra posture. The sanctum also houses images of the god of wealth, Kibra, sage Narada, Adeva, Nar and Narayan. There are 15 more images that are also worshipped around the temple. These include that of Lakshmi, Garuda, and Navadurga, the manifestation of Durga in 9 different forms. The temple also has shrines of Lakshmi Narasimha and for Saints Adi Shankara, Vedanta Desika and Ramanujacharya. All the idols of the temple are made of black stone. The tapt kund, a group of hot sulfur springs just below the temple, are considered to be medicinal. Many pilgrims consider it a requirement to bathe in the springs before visiting the temple. The springs have a year-round temperature of 55 degrees Celsius, while outside temperature is typically below 17 degrees Celsius all year round. The 2 water ponds in the temple are called Narad Kund and Sayur Kund. History: there is no historical record about the temple, but there is a mention of the presiding deity Badrinath in Vedic scriptures, indicating the presence of the temple during the Vedic period. As per some accounts, the temple was a Buddhist shrine till the 8th century and Adi Shankara converted it to a Hindu temple. The architecture of the temple resembling that of a Buddhist vihara and the brightly painted facade which is atypical of Buddhist temples leads to the argument. As per other accounts, it was originally established as a pilgrimage site by Adi Shankara in the 9th century. It is believed that Shankara resided in the place for 6 years from 814 to 820 AD. He resided 6 months in Badrinath and the rest of the year in Kedarnath. Hindu followers assert that he discovered the image of Badrinath in the Alaknanda River and enshrined it in a cave near the Taptkund hot springs. A traditional story asserts that Shankara expelled all the Buddhists in the region with the help of the Panwa ruler King Kanakpal. The hereditary successors of the king governed the temple and endowed villages to meet its expenses. The income from a set of villages on the route to the temple was used to feed and accommodate pilgrims. The Panwa rulers held the title Bilanda Badrinath, meaning speaking Badrinath. They had other titles, including Shri 108 Basdrashkarya Parayan Gahaj Maya Mahendra, Tamarbabab and Dharamarakshak Sigamani. The throne of Badrinath was named after the presiding deity. The king enjoyed ritual obeisance by the devotees before proceeding to the shrine. The practice was continued until the late 19th century. During the 16th century, the king of Garhwal moved the murti to the present temple. When the state of Garhwal was divided, the Badrinath Temple came under British rule, but the king of Garhwal continued as the chairman of the management committee. The temple has undergone several major renovations due to its age and damage by an avalanche. In the 17th century, the temple was expanded by the kings of Garhwal. After significant damage in the Great 1803 Himalayan earthquake, it was rebuilt by the King of Jaipur. During 2006, the state government announced the area around Badrinath as a no-construction zone to curb illegal encroachment. Legend. According to Hindu legend, the god Vishnu sat in meditation at this place, keeping away from Thuling, a place in the Himalayas which was corrupted by meat-eating monks and unchaste people. During his meditation, Vishnu was unaware of cold weather. Lakshmi, his consort, protected him in the form of a Badri tree. Pleased by the devotion of Lakshmi, Vishnu named the place Badrika Ashram. According to Atkinson, the place used to be a jujube forest, which are not found there today. Vishnu in the form of Badrinath is depicted in the temple sitting in the Padmasana posture. According to the legend, Vishnu was chastised by a sage, who saw Vishnu's consort Lakshmi massaging his feet. Vishnu went to Badrinath to perform austerity, meditating for a long time in Padmasana. The Vishnu Purana narrates another version of the origins of Badrinath. According to the tradition, Dham had 2 sons, Nar and Narayana, both of which are modern names of Himalayan mountains. They chose the place to spread their religion, and each of them with the spacious valleys in the Himalayas. Searching for an ideal place to set up a hermitage, they came across the other 4 Badras of the Pancha Badri, namely Brada Badri, Yog Badri, Dayan Badri and Babish Badri. They finally found the hot and cold spring behind the Alaknanda River and named it Badri Vishal. Literary mention. The temple finds mention in several ancient books like Bhagavata Purana, Skanda Purana and Mahabharata. According to the Bhagavata Purana, here in Badrikashram the personality of Godhead, in his incarnation as the sages Nar and Narayana, had been undergoing great penance since time immemorial for the welfare of all living entities. The Skanda Purana states that, here are several sacred shrines in heaven, on earth, and in hell. But there is no shrine like Badrinath. The area around Badrinath is also celebrated in Padma Purana as abounding in spiritual treasures. The Mahabharata revered the holy place as the one which can give salvation to devotees arriving close to it, while in other holy places they must perform religious ceremonies. The temple is revered in Nalayira Divya Prabandham, in 11 hymns in the 7th or 9th century Vaishnava canon by Peri Azhar, and in 13 hymns in Thiramangai Azhwar. It is one of the 108 Divya Desams dedicated to Vishnu, who is worshipped as Badrinath. Pilgrimage. Devotees of all faiths and all schools of thought of Hinduism visit the Badrinath Temple. All the major monastic institutions like Kashimath, Jail Mutt, Udupi Pejavayan Mantralayam Sri Raghavendra Swami Mutts have their branches and guest houses there. The Badrinath Temple is one of 5 related shrines called Panch Badri, which are dedicated to the worship of Vishnu. The 5 temples of Vishal Badri, Badrinath Temple in Badrinath, Yogadayan Badri located at Pandikeshwar, Bhavisya Badri located 17 km from Jyotirmath at Subain, Vridh Badri located 7 km from Jyotirmath in Anamath, and Odi Badri located 17 km from Karnapiag. The temple is considered one of the holiest Hindu Chardham sites, comprising Rameswaram, Badrinath, Parai and Dwarka. Although the temple's origins are not clearly known, the Advaita school of Hinduism established by Adi Shankara attributes the origin of Chardham to the seer. The 4 monasteries are located across the 4 corners of India, and their attendant temples are Badrinath Temple at Badrinath in the north, Jagannath Temple at Parai in the east, Dwarakadhish Temple at Dwarka in the west, and Ramanathaswamy Temple at Rameswaram in the south. Though ideologically the temples are divided between the sects of Hinduism, namely Saivism and Vaishnavism, the Chardham pilgrimage is an all-Hindu affair. There are 4 abodes in the Himalayas called Chota Chardham, Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri and Yamunotri, all of which lie in the foothills of the Himalayas. The name Chota was added during the mid-20th century to differentiate the original Chardhams. As the number of pilgrims to these places has increased in modern times, it is called Himalayan Chardham. The journey across the 4 cardinal points in India is considered sacred by Hindus, who aspire to visit these temples once in their lifetimes. Traditionally, the pilgrimage starts at the eastern end from Parai, proceeding clockwise in a manner typically followed for circumambulation in Hindu temples. Festivals and religious practices. The most prominent festival held at Badrinath Temple is Mata Murtikar Mela, which commemorates the descent of the river Ganges on Mother Earth. The mother of Badrinath, who is believed to have divided the river into 12 channels for the welfare of earthly beings, is worshipped during the festival. The place where the river flowed became the holy land of Badrinath. The Badri Keda festival is celebrated during the month of June in both the temple and the Kedarnath Temple. The festival lasts for 8 days. Artists from all over the country perform during the function. The major religious activities performed every morning are Mahabhishek, Abhishek, Gaitapath and Bhagavat Puja, while in the evening the pujas include Geet Govinda and Aarti. Recital in Vedic scripts like Ashtotram and Sahasranama is practiced during all the rituals. After Aarti, the decorations are removed from the image of Badrinath and sandalwood paste is applied to it. The paste from the image is given to the devotees the next day as prasad during the Nirmalaya Darshan. All the rituals are performed in front of the devotees, unlike those in some Hindu temples, where some practices are hidden from them. Sugar balls and dry leaves are the common prasad provided to the devotees. From May 2006, the practice of offering Pankamrit prasad, prepared locally and packed in local bamboo baskets, was started. The temple is closed for winter on the auspicious day of Vijayadashami during October-November. On the day of closure, Akhanda a lamp is lit filled with ghee to last for 6 months. Special pujas are performed on the day by the chief priest in the presence of pilgrims and officials of the temple. The image of Badrinath is notionally transferred during the period to the Narasimha temple at Jyotirmath, located 40 mi away from the temple. The temple is reopened around April on Vasant Panchami, another auspicious day on the Hindu calendar. Pilgrims gather on the first day of opening of the temple after the winter to witness the Akhanda Javi. The temple is one of the holy places where the Hindus offer oblations to ancestors with the help of the priests. Devotees visit the temple to worship in front of the image of Badrinath in the sanctum and have a whole dip in Alaknanda River. The general belief is that a dip in the tank purifies the soul. Administration and visit. The Badrinath Temple was included in the Uttar Pradesh State Government Act No. 30/1948 as Act No. 16, 1939, which was later known as Shri Badrinath and Shri Kedarnath Mandir Act. A committee nominated by the state government administers both the temples. The act was modified in 2002 to appoint additional committee members, including government officials and a vice-chairman. There are 17 members in the board. 3 selected by the Uttarakhand Legislative Assembly, 1 member each by the Zilla Parishads of Garhwa, Turi, Chamoli and Uttarkashi, and 10 members nominated by the state government. As per the temple records, The priests of the temple were Shiva ascetics called Dandi Sannyasis, who belonged to Namdari community, a religious group common in modern Kerala. When the last of the ascetics died without an heir in 1776 AD, the king invited non-ascetic Namdaris from Kerala for priesthood, a practice that continues in modern times. Till 1939, all the offerings made by the devotees to the temple went to the rural, but after 1939, his jurisdiction was restricted to religious affairs. The administrative structure of the temple consists of a chief executive officer who executes the orders from the state government, a deputy chief executive officer, 2 OSDs, an executive officer, an account officer, a temple officer and a publicity officer to assist the chief executive officer. Although Badrinath is located in North India, the head priest, or rural, is traditionally a Namdari Brahmin chosen from the South Indian state of Kerala. This tradition is believed to have been initiated by Adi Shankara, who was a South Indian philosopher. The rule is requested by the government of Uttarakhand to the Kerala government. The candidate should possess a degree of Acharya in Sanskrit, be a bachelor, well versed in reciting mantras and be from the Vaishnava sect of Hinduism. The erstwhile ruler of Garhwal, who is the tutelary head of Badrinath, approves the candidate sent by the government of Kerala. A tilak ceremony is held to instate the rule and he is deputed from April to November, when the temple remains open. The rule is accorded High Holiness status by Garhwal Rifles and the state governments of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. He is also held in high esteem by the royals of Nepal. From April to November, he performs his duties as a temple priest. Thereafter, he either stays in Joshimath or returns to his native village in Kerala. The duties of the rule starts at 4 a.m. every day with the Abhishka. He should not cross the river until Vamana Dwadasi and must adhere to Brahmacharya. The rule is assisted by the Garhwali Daimri Pundits belonging to the village Dimma, Nayabrals, Tamadikari, Vidapathi, a group of priests, Pandis Samathini, Bondari, Prasayas, devotional singer, clerk of Devashram, Jalpara and temple guards. Badrinath is one of the few temples in North India that follow the ancient Tantra Vidya of Shrota tradition more common in the south. In 2012, the temple administration introduced a token system for visitors to the temple. Tokens indicating the time of visit were provided from 3 stalls in the taxi stands. Each devotee to visit the presiding deity is allocated €10 20 seconds. Proof of identity is mandatory to enter the temple. The temple is reached from Rishikesh, located 298 km away via Dev Pyag, Rudra Pyag, Karna Pyag, Nanda Pyag, Joshimath, Vishnu Pyag and Dividarshini. From Kedarnath, visitors can follow the 243 km long Rudra Pyag route or the 230 km long Urkthimath and Gopswa route. See also, Kedarnath Temple, Notes. References. External links, official site, Badrinath Temple Act.